In the fall of '97, I wrote to Cindy Sherman. I didn't know her, but I wrote to her anyway. I didn't know what to do with my life, and I figured I might as well ask one of the greatest living photographers what she thought I should do next. She wrote back, we exchanged several letters, and she told me about Office Killer. Office Killer was her movie, her only movie, a black comedy about bodies, death, technology, and communication. A slice of life about America in the late 90s, it offered a biting commentary on changes wrought in our society as a result of AIDS, computers, and modern life. Despite its sensational imagery and humor, the movie bombed and was collectively ignored by the art community. Why? Why would the only movie of such a significant artist be ignored? Why would critics not seize this movie as yet another opportunity to talk about Sherman's endlessly enigmatic photographs? Part of the problem is that the movie doesn't fit into a box. It's not really a horror film, despite all the dead bodies. It's not obviously funny. The relationships between the women more closely echo a Joan Crawford-led melodrama from an earlier era. Think Whatever Happened to Baby Jane meets The Women. When Doreen, our protagonist, is downsized from her job as copy editor of Constant Consumer magazine, she doesn't know how to cope. After an accidental electrocution does away with the office sleaze, Doreen realizes she can just move the office home with her, body by body. The bodies begin to pile up as she picks off her former colleagues, intentionally targeting those who, for whatever reason, have offended her. But it doesn't end there. The horror comes as Doreen tends to the bodies, taping over the gaping holes in decomposition, spraying glass cleaner as a general disinfectant, neatly arranging them so they can all watch TV together. Never has it been more clear that Sherman's women are characters of curious strength and aggression, both in Office Killer and in her photographs. Yet, despite the additional perspective to be gained by inserting Office Killer into this dialogue, it's not mentioned. There is a universal silence on this topic. Office Killer has simply been removed from the conversation. Sherman is subverting what it means to be a woman in the contemporary world, defying definitions, pulling at the tension between artificial and real, the performative and the self. Her work isn't just about stereotypes, but about aesthetic explorations of image, gender and genre, bodies and space, complicating the code of what it means to live our lives.